So let's have a look at the pigments we're going to use. These are pigments. I have a few left on my website. You can buy them through the Facebook shop. A traditional iconographic palette would be what we call tetrachrome, or 4 colours: white, black, red, yellow. I've been able to find some azurite blue, which is absolutely amazing, and it's so strong it needs some some adulteration sometimes, otherwise it looks a wee bit like ultramarine, which is a synthetic pigment. I tend to work with natural pigments and natural materials because these they're traditional, and also because from a theological point of view, I like to use things which are given to us by God and which we offer back to God. So that's the reason I use pigments rather than acrylic, which frankly tend to give a rather flat and dull finish. So let's start with some red, because that's nice and easy to see. Now this red, which I should have opened before, is an English light red ochre. With all natural pigments, there's a lot of variation in how they look. This yellow is an Italian yellow, and it's the least lumpy. You'll find most yellow ochres tend to be gritty and lumpy. So if you can get an Italian, we'll use yellow and red just now, and do blue in the next one. So take your egg stock, give it a good shake, make sure you've got your vodka and water thoroughly mixed in with the yolk. Okay, do that every time you open the bottle. And the traditional way to set up your palette is to have all your egg stock in this bowl here. Then you have water in this one, which you use for blending, shading, diluting, and I'm going to put some more in this one, and then add a little bit of egg, so it's maybe 10-20% of egg. I tend not to use that one very much. Occasionally you'll find that a pigment has gone dusty, which means there wasn't enough egg to adhere it to the board. That can be useful to stop things lifting. You know, if you find you're painting over something and it's lifting up a very thin, that's probably too much egg. You want to have it mostly water, because then it won't be shiny. So what we're going to do is I am going to pick up some of my red pigment with my clean brush, pop it in here, rinse my brush, and then add some egg. Now this is an awful lot of red, and this would paint most of an icon, so but I'm going to be doing that later anyway. So I've got lots and lots of just egg and red pigment. Now can you see the texture of that? It's holding a peak. Right. Can probably take a little bit more pigment. I'm putting a lot of egg there.